It's Thursday, the 29th of September, and you're listening to the GameGrin GrinCast. I'm your host, Hamiltonius, and this week I am joined by Cal.
Hello.
And Vod.
Hello.
Just the three of us today, so that means it will be a lovely little mini-pod for everyone. We'll be taking up most of the time by talking about the games coming out in October, but first, some breaking news at this moment in time. There is a rumour, or rather, it's been reported by Kotaku, that Battleborn is going to take the Evolve route and go free-to-play to try and get people to play it, because Paladins has already done that.
And no one is shocked by this, to be honest with you.
No.
I mean, Evolve, the same thing Evolve did. It had no players at all, and now apparently it's got a healthy community. I don't know.
Not sure. Well, yeah, I'd say Evolve is boosted up in player base, but I think it's kind of gone down again as a result. But to be fair, Battleborn was, as soon as that game came out, it was sort of screaming, this will be free to play. Or this should have been a free to play game.
I don't know if it should have been a free-to-play game. I think it's a case of just awful timing.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it came out at the same time as Overwatch, yeah? And it's another hero-based shooter. I just, okay, it's in third person, like maybe it's more for brawler. I agree, it's a matter of timing. I think you would have had to have like a year apart from Overwatch to make it
In some ways, you've got to feel for the people who made it, the developers, because obviously they didn't knock it together in a few months and then go, oh, we'll release it around the same time as Overwatch. You know, they spent probably the better part of 2 to 3 years, maybe more, developing this game, only to see it completely crash and burn because they got trumped by a studio which had spent bajillions on making an MMO and then decided to turn it into a FPS.
Yeah, it is a victim of its release. Because it was in development, I think, after Borderlands 2, so it's been a good 2-3 years, as you said. And the problem is everyone looking at it, but it's got heroes, yeah, loads of freaking heroes in it, but they're completely different games. You know, Overwatch is a competitive shooter, multiplayer only, but Battleborn has a story, a full-on cooperative story in it that you can take part in, and the multiplayer mode is essentially a first-person MOBA. So they're actually completely different types of games, but because of their release, everyone just compared it to, oh, Overwatch. It's a hero shooter. That's the same with Paladins now, when that's been released. People just making those comparisons.
Yeah, poor Battleborn, but I don't know. We could draw this out and just say, it's the same as Paladins, but I don't know whether I'm not privy to Hi-Res's business decisions, but I wonder if that was always meant to be free to play.
I think it was always meant to be free to play. I mean, you look at the success of Smite, so I think it was pretty much designed to be a free to play game. I haven't really played it, to be honest with you. I've heard it's okay. It's alright, I guess.
Are you talking about Battleborn now?
No, Battleborn's
Or Smite? Oh yeah.
Paladins.
Paladins.
Yeah. Another game that also just came up free to play is another it's sort of like a MOBA. It's called Paragon. You probably heard about it. It's another hero-based MOBA, and I feel that we're at a point now that with the market, it's kind of oversaturated by these hero-based shooters and MOBAs, and you can say they're obviously League of Legends and Overwatch are quite different, but then you've got everything in between. So I don't know whether there's enough difference there. There's enough for every single game to have a community big enough. I mean, there's people for everything though, so.
Wow.
But I don't know if you've seen Paragon, but for me, it just seems something like we've seen before, but with different skins. And particularly compare it to Battleborn. I don't know, it just seems that it's so alike. These games are so alike to each other that I don't know if there's enough difference.
I kind of get what you mean, and I kind of agree with you, because if you look from like a few years back, you had like Battlefield and Call of Duty and all those type of games. Everyone was making their own sort of versions of those games. So you were just a generic soldier fighting, but now you've got these characters, individual sort of personnel. They've got their own personalities, their own sort of traits, all those sort of things, and they're now slowly creeping in to other genres of games. I know what you mean. But I don't want to say it's oversaturated just yet.
Well, I think it's being smothered, really.
Yeah.
I suppose a little bit smothered at the moment.
I think that's actually the problem with Battleborn. And even if you look at Evolve, it's kind of a similar problem with that, because there were other games that were very similar and were better. And I know that everybody's trying to make a case for Battleborn and Evolve to be like, oh no, but they're different. There's something special. But like realistically, what's happening is that people are actually, gravitating towards other games that people consider better, and they're like the option, the equivalent option to Battleborn and Evolve, which is Overwatch, which is whatever game. So I think that even if you say, oh yeah, but they're different, the fact is that they're not, because at the eyes of the consumers, which is what matters, they're having to choose between one another. It's the same as let's say Titanfall and the latest Call of Duty, or even Battlefield and Call of Duty. People are deciding one over another. Well, perhaps not everybody, but you see, most people are making a decision there. You see, that says that at the end of the people, of the consumers, they're the same game, or similar enough.
At least they're creative, in some cases.
I mean, yeah, I'm not taking the creativity away from them, but if I only have 60, or 50 pounds in my wallet, I mean, what are you going to spend it on?
You can save it and play Paladins.
Just spend £50 on
Premium skins.
Premium skins
shit.
on Paladin.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't get to the point where like people making comparisons. Like, if you look at it in a weird way, like if you look at the last Call of Duty game, you have the specialists, and each character is individual with their own skills. They're all unique. They all can be customized. I just hope people don't look at that and go, "Oh, it's like a hero. They're all like heroes, or they're carbon copies of this." It's no, it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's all we can do is sigh and go, yeah, well.
Yeah. I hope for successful Battleborn, to be honest with you. And when it goes if it goes officially free to play,
the thing is
I think
that,
it will do well.
The thing is, guys.
Okay. This is the thing.
Yeah, go on, do it. This is the thing.
This is the thing, and the thing is, I'm not sure whether anyone will. People are playing Paladins at the minute because it's essentially, no disrespect to high res, but a free to play Overwatch. So why would, and people say it's quite, for what it is, people say it's really good fun. So why would people go from that, for example, to Battleborn? Why would they choose Battleborn over something like Paladins?
I would only say for the story, because I mean, when I played the beta, I didn't bother with I played like maybe 2 multiplayer matches, and I was like, I'm not keen on this. But the story mode was a lot of fun, so I think they might have some success with just the story mode, unless they decide to do it behind some stupid paywall. Like if they just give you the multiplayer mode of playing as the MOBA side of things, and then you have to pay for the story. That would be really stupid. But we'll see.
Indeed. Well,
I think that's a hard question as well, because I think high res has a bit of a reputation for making free to play games. But it's the same as why people choose over Heroes of the Storm of the League of Legends.
I would have thought people would just play that because it's Blizzard.
Yeah, But then also I've heard that Heroes of the Storm is better. And Dota. You also have Dota. So you see, my point is, people are making these decisions constantly. And I think that having 2 free-to-play games and having to choose over, one or another is much easier than having, like, I don't know, 3-4 games. And having to choose, among all those 3 or 4. The less options you have is actually better for the publishers, the developers, however you want to put it. But yeah, I agree. It's same decision. What do you choose?
Yeah. Well,
more for the players at the end of the day.
Let's jump into. There's quite a few games coming out next month, so we should probably jump into games which will suck.
And it's going to be a busy month.
I want to get in there nice and early, because 100-foot robot golf is on here, which Dominoid never shuts up about. So I'm going to say that it will be rubbish.
That's a PlayStation VR game, though.
Yeah, there's an absolute bucket full of PlayStation VR games coming out next month.
It's the month of PlayStation VR, isn't it?
And Battlefield 1.
Oh, yes. And
that'll suck.
Yeah, so rubbish. We definitely didn't play it.
Haters gonna hate.
Load.
Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary Edition World Tour.
Yeah, what's the deal with 20th anniversary? Rise of the Tomb Raider is getting the 20-year celebration, whatever that is. Like, is it 20 years from the... Yeah, well, is it 20 years from, like... It's not even from the first Tomb Raider, is it? Well, I don't know. But, like, even if it is, like, they've butchered Lara Croft and Tomb Raider and like, I don't know. It's so weird. Which, I've got to say, talking about the Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's not a brilliant game, it's alright, but apparently they've added a few DLCs which I haven't played, and a few modes that I haven't tried either, but I heard great things about those, sort of like a co-op mission and some sort of like multiplayer equivalent, that if anybody's got Rise of the Tomb Raider, maybe it was, just installing it again to try, which I'm going to do.
I think looking at it, I think the Rise of the Tomb Raider the year celebration collection is essential because it's coming out. It's coming out on PS4, so it's the first release on the PS4 for it because it was an Xbox One exclusive. Well, PC as well, and it's I suppose it's just another way of just packaging all the content together. You know how like they make a Game of the Year edition, but because it never got Game of the Year, they just knock out this celebration edition, the gold edition.
Yeah, the definitive edition.
Definitive edition, yeah.
They love that one. Yeah, Ultimate editions and this new one as well. Yeah. All these tricks, like the Batman games are also being released this month.
Yeah, it didn't look.
Haven't had enough Batman yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were talking about last week.
Another remaster. Yay! Everyone's excited for it. To be fair, like there has also like been a bit of controversy behind it because have you seen like when they originally announced the video showing off, look how great we made it look, and everyone was like, "You've made it look worse."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh shit, we did." Okay, never mind. We'll come back in a few months, and then they come back and he goes, "Look what we've done." And he goes, "Yeah, okay, it looks a little bit better, I suppose." But then,
so you were saying that it's also being released for PlayStation VR, yeah?
No, the PlayStation VR one is its own individual game. So that's actually being made by Rocksteady, the guys who made the other Batman games.
Oh.
And when I was at Gamescom, I was like, I got to check it out, and I was like, holy shit, this is pretty awesome. Although the problem is, it's not really a game; it's more of like an interactive tech demo, sort of showing off. Because when I was talking to them, they were saying, "Oh, this is basically sort of our experience with building on the Unreal Engine 4, sort of testing out the waters of VR and all that sort of thing." I was like, right, okay, so it's just sort of a showcase, the show off. And it's like, yeah, and who else, who doesn't want to be the Batman? I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's not being sold at a full premium price though, so I think it's going to be about 15, maybe 20 quid when it comes out. So it's not a full release title.
I don't know what the deal is with these remasters or like repacks or whatever you want to call it. It's the same as Skyrim. It's another one. I know that lots of people love Skyrim and many people I'm gonna buy it. But like, honestly, it's just I feel that I've never bought a remaster or like remaster or like but they make it like an ultimate edition, and it just seems to me a bit pointless because the people that have played it already, like, well, they've got it already. I don't know, and this is Skyrim. I know that MC was quite excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's morely just for the console players. Like when they've got, because you've got the PS4 and Xbox One, Skyrim came out on those old consoles, and if I remember right, the console versions of the original Skyrim were pretty bad.
Yeah, they didn't take mods, and this one, I think this edition does.
Well, only on Xbox One.
Oh yeah.
Sony. Yeah, I think the PC users get it free as well. I think they get it for free as an upgrade, if I remember right. Which is quite generous, to be fair.
Is it really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to double check. It's sort of similar to what the Bioshock collection recently came out. So if you owned Bioshock 1 and 2 on the PC, you automatically get the remastered versions for free, which is great. They're not perfect, because they're still a bit dodgy on the PC, but it's free. See, looking at this month, to be honest with you, I can't see many games that stand out to say this is going to be shit. There's a lot of VR games that are coming out because of the release of the PlayStation VR, so you can't really say whether or not they're going to be terrible or not. I mean, I've heard people keep going on about saying that Drive Club VR is going to be really good. So we can, right, okay, we shall see. Mafia 3 looks good. Like the big name titles that are coming out this month. Mafia 3 looks good. Gears of War 4 looks really good.
Well, I was going to say, I think Gears of War is going to sack bolts, but that's because the first 3 Gears of War were kind of shy.
Yeah, but that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
It is my opinion, dude. But as you probably know by now, whatever is my opinion is true.
That's like your opinion, man. No.
Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Have we not had enough Five Nights at Freddy's games?
I think that we haven't. I think that we need at least 12 more to have enough, because that's they're all the same, and you want more of the same.
I think the problem with the guy who makes it is like he keeps saying this is the last one. I'm not going to do any more, but he sort of looks at his bank balance and thinks, I could do another one.
Yeah.
Have you ever played any of them?
No.
No. Well, kinda. Like when the popularity kicked in with everyone's going, oh, you have to play it. I tried the first 2 out, but then I just find it funnier just to watch reaction videos, and then even then I get bored of those because it's just the same repetitive stuff.
Yeah. I think that kind of game is for YouTubers and their viewers.
Pretty much, yeah. It's one of those. It's a horror game. It's a jump scary game. Everyone's going to watch it for whoever's playing its reaction. I don't know. Maybe like Just Dance might be a bit shit.
Good old Just Dance. As Domino has a video Just Dancing on YouTube. I think that's brilliant.
But the problem with that is it's a niche title. It's one of those games that it won't appeal to us, but there's going to be people who will like it.
Yeah, but that's my question. Who buys Just Dance?
People who just want to dance, man.
Mate, let's go to a club.
Yeah. Civilization 6 is coming out.
You see, Civilization 6, I don't know. I think all Civilization 5 had this game. I think Civilization 4 as well. Where like the late game, if you're not already winning, you're not gonna win. So like the late game is kind of like finishing up what the game is like beating the rest of countries or whatever. And I don't think Civilization 6 is fixing anything about it. Because, like, it's a very linear game in terms of time. I don't know. I know that, Alex, you, for example, you play Crusader Kings, yeah? And in that game, I think it's not as, like, because technology doesn't matter as much. It doesn't have that, so, like, late game kind of, like, effect where, like, what happens in the late game is kind of irrelevant because you've already set. The game has, in practical terms, ended halfway through the actual game. It's kind of pointless, and I don't think Civilization 6 is fixing that. That's why I'm not really excited about it. Does that make sense for you?
I don't know. I think it's different stylistically, and there are certain changes in the way that you operate your civilization. That you no longer build everything within your city, for example.
Yeah.
You things that you build appear in tiles outside of your city to give that impression that they're properly expanding outwards. I don't know. I haven't played Civ 5 in a long time. I don't really have the time to play a Civ game now these days, because you say, "Oh, I'll play a quick game," and then it's 4 a.m. the next time you look up at the clock. But I don't think I'll pick it up. Maybe I'll pick it up in a year and a hal's time when it's on sale for a tenner. But I'm not going to buy it full price. I mean, I only recently the last game I bought full price before, actually, to be fair, I bought FIFA 17 today for full price, so I can't really talk.
What?
But
shit,
I knew you would get it.
No, it's just one of those things now. It's just I like football. I like FIFA.
Although I must admit, I did actually buy a couple of days ago the Battlefield one, early enlister edition.
Oh, did you actually? Shame on you.
Just because I wanted to play it early.
Have you, Alex? Have you pre-ordered Battlefield?
No.
It's not really considered a pre-order when I've already paid for it. That's the problem with certain digital games. You just sort of just have to pay for it there and then.
If I ever pre-order a game, it's a weird thing I do. I pre-order it the day before it comes out. I don't know why. That's
a good idea, though, if you think about it, because if the game includes pre-order bonuses and it's the cheapest price, then why not?
Yeah, and you get the more coverage right before it releases. No, yeah, I understand that, but I think just my budget can't really take spending £40 or £50 on a game on release, because it takes about 5 months for it to go down on 60%. That's probably what I'll wait for. I read an article somewhere, but it takes 5 or 7 months for it to go down to have a price. I'll probably do that.
It's like Battlefield 1.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm playing a lot of Siege. And I'm happy with Siege, and I really don't need more multiplayer time sinking games.
This will all change when you're back in the job game.
Yeah, I guess.
When that sweet paycheck's rolling in every month, and you've got nothing to spend it on but video games and chicken.
Yep.
And chicken.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean, looking at certain these games, there's quite a few games that I would pick up. I mean, Mafia 3 is a game I'm looking forward to. At the moment, it's a price that it's a little high. It's on. I think it's on Steam for £40, and I figured, not for a game, single player game like that. I'd probably wait until that gets a price drop before I consider it. And Gears of War 4 is sort of I don't know, because I want the PC version, but you can only get it digitally through the Windows Store for £50, and I'm like,
yeah,
I really don't want to spend £50, so I'm going to wait. I don't know, maybe some key set websites might find a way around it. Maybe might get lucky, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm fine with what I did with Battlefield 1.
Actually, I'm more excited about single player about Battlefield 1 than the multiplayer. And I know we haven't seen anything really, but that's exactly why I'm very excited, because it's very character focused. And I don't know, it's always interesting to see a single player.
Well, did you actually see? They've actually recently released the single player trailer.
The trailer, but not gameplay.
It was the typical in-engine trailer, so it'll look nothing like it. but of a more sexy version of what the game engine can do.
Yeah, but that's why I'm excited, because it's very, I don't know, it seems very like narrative focused, and because I don't know if you played the campaigns of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, but they were a bit of a train wreck. And I do remember some statements. I don't know, maybe I'm making this up, but I do remember, like, I think DICE released some statements, like when they announced the game, talking about how they wanted to make single players for like a thing this time. And I don't know, it might be good. I don't know. It's just curiosity, to be honest, more than anything.
I am hopeful. But I'm more interested in the multiplayer.
It's multiplayer. I don't know. It's just that, like, I'm very curious multiplayer about, like, you know.
You've already played the multiplayer, haven't you? So it'd be interesting.
Yeah, the beta. You know. But I want to look at the maps and the sort of like new evolution kind of system, or whatever you want to call it. And then the super weapons, or like how do you call it? The big weapons, like the train and the Zeppelin.
Behemoths.
The behemoths. There you go. And how that changes. But then I know that once I play like 4 or 5 times in each map, I'm gonna be like, yeah, back to Siege. Also, Siege it's so alive right now that I'm really excited about it. But I guess the community will die off once Battlefield 1 releases.
I'll tell you a game that's coming out next month that definitely will be awful. WWE 2K17.
Really?
Because they're all awful.
They're all awful, but WWE fans love their games.
Yeah, I think they only love them because they've got nothing else.
Yeah. 2K
holds the license, and 2K makes the games, and it's got no competition, and it always scores like poorly.
I don't know, WWE. I don't really understand it.
It's soap opera, but with blokes who punch each other.
But what's the fucking point?
Because it's like, WWE.
I honestly, if you want soap opera, just watch the Gilmore Girls. It's so much better. And if you want people punching each other, watch UFC. I don't get what you want. Both. I don't know.
People want storylines with occasional fake fights in the middle. I mean, like, I'm actually just going through right now, and I don't think a wrestling game has like matched the graphical fidelity of its generation, if you know what I mean. Since PS1.
It's like
they look so awful considering the platforms they're on.
It's just lazy. I mean, if you look at all the release platforms of all these games, Xbox One, PS4, PC, occasional PS Vita, and obviously apart from Skylanders, which is pretty much on everything. You look at WWE 2K17, PlayStation 3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. They're still holding on to the last generation.
It's just, I don't really understand that game. I didn't understand WWE, and I don't understand why people get so excited about it. I've seen on my feed a few reviews have appeared, and I just don't get it. Like, why do people care?
I mean, I can say fair enough. Even like FIFA, is out on the previous consoles as well, but that's way more popular.
The sports ones usually come out on previous consoles because of markets in South America and Asia, specifically India and Brazil. The reason why games like FIFA 14 was still coming out on PS2 was because PS2 was still the most popular console in Brazil at that time.
It might be similar because of WWE. Like, I can't believe that it's only popular in Europe and America. So,
see, with a game like FIFA though, because it's such a huge international sport, I can understand why that comes out on all the previous games. I'd imagine the Xbox or Xbox 360 and PS3 versions are maybe like cut down versions, or are they actually still the full game? I wonder, because it's on the Frostbite engine.
It's I haven't really got my teeth into it at the minute. The FIFA, the newest FIFA.
I'm only saying because I've seen like FIFA 16. Good. I've seen like old versions, and instead of it being like the full game, it's like called the All Star Edition, and it's just essentially a carbon copy of the last game, but with just an updated roster.
Yeah, well, there used to be something like that with PC before EA basically got hounded with so many emails. They decided to keep PC level with the current generation, where from about FIFA 2009 to about FIFA 12, I think FIFA 12 was the first one that was like had the same engine as the current consoles. Every time it would be like the you'd be playing the 360 would come out and the FIFAs for 360 would out, but you'd be playing a FIFA with like PS2 graphics essentially on the PC. But they've actually updated it now for so that is the PC's actually in line now. So, but then they do have, I don't know if FIFA 17's probably come out on like Wii U as well, I imagine, isn't it, or something like that, where it's like god awful, probably. I think FIFA 16 came out on Wii, didn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's on. 17's PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, and PS3.
Can't be any worse what PES is doing. Like the new PES game just recently came out, and it's essentially the PS3 version on the PC. So it looks fucking awful compared to the PS4 version and Xbox One version. And it uses the fucking Fox engine as well.
Yeah, 15 was the last FIFA game that came out on Wii.
Oh dear. Not even a Wii U.
Have you guys played Shadow Warrior?
No.
Don't, because it's not a great game. But I played it recently. And it's funny moments, but it's a bit of a drag. It goes on for ages, and it is insane. I don't know. It kind of leaves you with card because it's so fucking long. But Shadow Warrior 2 is actually coming out as well, and it's very similar to Doom. So, Carl, I know you like Doom. So if you like Doom, you may like Shadow Warrior 2 because I think that it's improved a lot. Compared to the original.
Yes, I've seen this. Yeah, it's. I've only really seen like because people make jokes because the guy's called Wang.
Yeah. But that's like in the original one, the protagonist spent the whole game making jokes about its own name, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's an old school sort of shoot 'em up, a bit like the new Doom.
Oh yeah,
like very
yeah.
old school.
Yeah, but there was an original one which was like sort of like I think came out soon after the original, very very original Doom, and then they rebooted it and they released the Shadow Warrior, which was for I think Xbox 360 and PS4. I don't know actually if it actually came out. I played it on PC, but yeah,
I have to look at that.
Like 2013 maybe something like that, 12. I don't know, but yeah, so that's Shadow Warrior 2. It might be alright. It's probably not. But if you like Doom, which was not that great, you may like this one.
Really? The new Doom was awesome.
Yeah.
Apart from the multiplayer.
That's a game I need to buy.
Pretty much dead.
Need to buy
Play the
Doom
campaign.
at some point.
Play the campaign.
I will when I have spare time in my life.
People go on about World of Final Fantasy. Have you guys seen that at all?
No.
That's not very helpful. Well, I saw it at Gamescom. It's like essentially what it is in the title is World of Fantasy. You play like a couple of characters and they sort of travel through the different eras and past and history of the Final Fantasy games. And you make new friends and you have fun together.
Not my cup of tea.
No.
Friends, fun, not for me.
It's like a kiddie version of Final Fantasy, to be honest with
you. No.
What about Titanfall 2? Ooh, Titanfall 2.
Meh.
Meh. Fair enough.
Yeah, man, it's a good reaction. I like that reaction.
I think that's a really poor release date for that game. You know, you got Battlefield 1 coming out a week earlier, and then you've got Call of Duty literally the following week. It's gonna get stomped, unfortunately.
I've seen more coverage of Titanfall 2 than of Call of Duty, and I think that Titanfall 2 it competes more directly with Call of Duty than with Battlefield. I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it does definitely. Yeah, it does have it because they pretty much have the same sort of movement system.
Well, yeah, like
They're both
the
sort
team,
of futuristic shooters and all that bollocks.
I think the original team that started Titanfall came from were like frustrated devs from Call of Duty. So
Yeah, it's from the guys who made COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Pretty much who started the whole franchise. And then had some arguments with Activision and then left because of money. Infinity War just looks another generic sci-fi Call of Duty. And the reason why you don't really see much footage of it is because they hype it up, they build it up. They have their own COD XP event. So they do the single-player stuff. And it's like, get out of the way. And then it's like, they like keep you hanging and holding on for you to see what the multiplayer is like. And they have this whole big XP event. And then you just watch some videos and you think, it looks shit. Same shit. It'll still sell well, without a doubt. But that's for November.
Oh, we've gone too far ahead.
I know. So let's not talk about Call of Duty. We'll talk about that at the end of October and say more of how shit it's going to be.
Yeah, we could have an entire episode devoted to that. I've actually lost track of time. Are we near the end of the mini pod?
Almost. I think we've gone a little bit over time.
Oh,
Ooh.
what happens now? With the rulebook is out of the window, people. We're through the looking glass.
I mean, like I said, going back, looking at this list of the games, I can't see anything that stands out. They said, yeah, it's going to be shit. Apart from the obvious ones that are just going to be not for us. And as you said, WWE, meh. So I'd probably say out of all these, I would say WWE is going to be shit.
That's not really a risky bet, is it?
No, it's not really, to be honest with you.
IGN will still give it an 8, though.
I don't know. Okay, out of all these games in October, if you're going to like the big releases, what would be a risky bet? Because it looks really good to you. You've seen loads of footage. You're quite excited to play it, and it comes out and it's going to be really shit.
Titanfall 2.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to say Mafia 3.
Oh, you might have to fight Ubidom about that.
Yeah, I know, because he previewed it. What about you, bud?
He loved it.
I don't know. Alex, you go first.
I've already gone, mate.
Oh, have you gone? Sorry, I missed that.
That's a Titanfall 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Mafia 3, I think, as well. I don't know.
Some great conviction.
Yeah, I'm very half-hearted about this.
I'm only going to say it because I can imagine it being a title that would be well received but would probably bomb in price quite quickly, which means I'll have reason to pick it up then.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Right, coming to the end of the show. Does anyone want to volunteer to close out? Rod did it last week. I know he's keen to keep the streak going.
Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, go on.
Go on, Bob. You can have
do
another
it.
crack at it.
Can I
Remember our
rap
Twitter this time.
while I do it? Can I rap while I do it?
Yeah.
Go on. You gonna give me a bass?
A bass, not a beat. A bass.
A
Bass.
Like, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty good, actually. No, I'm not gonna rap. Sorry.
Oh.
No. Well, this is the end of the pod. Actually, I'm gonna try to think of a rap for next time because I can't really freestyle. But next time, tune in next week to hear me rapping. That's gonna be fucking awesome, I swear. But until next week, you can find us on GameGrin.com, where we all write articles, very interesting ones. And you can find also these articles on Game On Magazine. Just type Game On, and you'll find us. You can find us also on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Just search for GameGrin, and there we are. And what did I miss last time? Oh yeah, GameGrin GrinCast. That just on Twitter. I'm not forgetting this time. It's at GrinCast. There we are, and we tweet hilarious gifs about games and ourselves and life because we're really, really funny. I think that's what our mums.
Last I
say,
checked, we were
probably.
funny.
Yeah. and then we have a Discord, which I think Alex knows how to get into the Discord. If you use Discord, you can find us there and chat to us there. Just send us a message. I will send you some nudes or whatever you want. Really anything at this point. But yeah, until next week. Is that until next week? Until next time, yeah? Until next time. Game on. That was less enthusiastic than that.
You nailed it again. You nailed it.
I think I think I nailed it. I don't know. I'm a bit tired today. I don't know why. I've been working a bit, and I've been incredibly hungry and tired. So I've been eating a lot today, and now I'm really, really full and sort of like drowsy.
It's tough work breaking into people's houses.
Just say game on once more.
Game on. No. Until next time, game on.